This is HP 820 that is completely dead. You plug in, there's no sign of power. Try to turn it on, nothing. So that is when you try to check the power pack if it is working and the power pack is function is working. All right. So in this video, I'm going to show you how this problem can be fixed. And this is not only applicable to HP 820, it is applicable to whole PC. All right, why the power pack is working? So I plug into this PC, there's no sign of life, no sign that power pack has been plugged to the PC. Okay, so this is the problem. So we're going to see how I will solve this problem. So why this is, I'm working on this HP 820. This method can be applied to any PC, not just PC. It goes beyond PC. It can be any gadget. All right. There's power pack, there's charger plug into it, but there's no sign that it sends the charger. That means there's a problem along the power unit. So I've opened up the back of the board and I've plugged it in. So next thing I'm going to do is um, to try to check with multimeter. But first, what I'm trying to do now is to drain residual voltage on the motherboard. So I press the power button for 30 seconds. You have to drain the voltage and plug it in. So still with this, there's no sign. No sign of life. So next thing, what I'm going to do is to take readings with multimeter to check what the problem is. Yeah, does the voltage get to the PC, to the motherboard? But at the look of things, there's no sign of voltage in the motherboard. No sign of voltage. So I'm trying to check where the voltage gets to. So that will give me an idea of what is wrong with it. So apparently, the voltage does not get inside the PC. All right, so there's a voltage there at the inside. So there's a voltage there at the inside, but now it does not get inside the PC. All right. So that's me checking randomly if voltage get to a certain place or if it does not get there. So apparently it does not get there, except that first point there. So next I'm going to do now, I want to remove the SSD. I want to remove the motherboard so that I will have a full view of the motherboard. All right, the board has been removed. So I'm going to set multimeter to diode is in my diode mode. Oh, sorry, it appears almost half of the multimeter is um, off from frame. All right, at least you can see, yeah, part of it. Yeah. All right, I plug it. Okay, I want to check the voltage again now because I've checked the readings at the other side of the board. So this is me trying to want to check at the front, checking through the front. So apparently, yeah, it got stuck at there. It doesn't cross to the other side. Yeah, it doesn't cross. So next will be for me to just check the condition, what is wrong on the board with um yeah, with diode mode. So multimeter has been set to diode mode. Yeah. So I swap the probe. That is the negative because of the probe I'm holding. The negative as a pin. So I need that pin. So that is why I take the red to the COM pad. That is for the ground. Because the positive has to go to the ground and not to check the diode, not to use diode mode to check components on the motherboard. So it's not that the positive will be the one to be checking the components, but no, it should be the negative that will be checking it. If you want to check, um, if you want to use diode mode to check components on the motherboard. So apparently, I've discovered there's a short on the motherboard. So I want to try to separate this. There's a sensing resistor there. So I want to remove the resistor there that send the voltage from the FETs there into the system. So in order to know where the short comes from, if the short comes from the MOSFET or from from inside the motherboard. So apparently the short comes from inside the motherboard, not the side of the that is power in MOSFET. So that's me. Remove another component, try to isolate components. Yeah, I don't want to apply a voltage. Yeah, I don't want to um, apply voltage on the motherboard, not to see where the short comes from. So I want to isolate those components one after the other if I can easily spot where the short comes from. But if I could not, that means I have to apply voltage at the end of the day. Okay, so I want to apply voltage now. Yeah, I have a little, I think about 3 cells. Yeah, 3 cells attached together, about 3 point something volts. So I'm going to apply it. So if there's a short, it's going to indicate where the short comes from. So the negative to ground, yeah, and the positive to where the short comes from. But the positive, that is a positive line. It is a voltage line that is shorted. So applying the voltage there is going to cause the parts that cause a problem to heat up. So hence I'll be able to spot the problem easily instead of, because I don't know where the short comes from. How many components will I remove that? So if I should keep removing components one after the other. So that's me trying to check, all right, the extent of the short so that I will, try to isolate parts. Yeah, so that when so that it's going to make the short identification easy because I've applied voltage and I don't seem to find where the short comes from. Okay, so I want to reduce the path where the voltage will travel to. Yeah, so by having fewer parts on the line, it's going to make the short easily identified. So one part has been isolated, and yes, the short comes from the down part, and here's another part I'm trying to isolate as well. So with that part isolated, so I'm going to now I remove the ground. I will apply, yeah, I take the positive to that side, yeah, to the positive line. Then I can easily flip the board around because ground is a common place, yeah. I can easily flip the board around and check where the shot comes from. See this back there? Yeah, problem has been spotted. Yeah, that's where the shot comes from. All right, so I'm going to remove the heatsink so that I will have a full view of, you know, what caused the problem. So this method, as you look at how I'm handling this motherboard, the same method applies to any kind of motherboard, anything, because basically all these motherboard, they are the same. Yeah, they are the same. Apparently, it's going to be, it is a capacitor that gets shorted, and all electrical components make use of capacitors. And this capacitor is ceramic capacitors. All electrical components make use of capacitors. Yeah, so same methodology. So once you understand these basics, it's easier for you to deal with any kind of motherboard at all. Anyone. So here is a problem of short circuits on the motherboard. And you see the method I'm using in order to identify it. All right, look at the motherboard. I'm going to infuse the voltage again. I'm going to apply the voltage again. And see that place should glow up. Yeah, it should show a kind of a red, red light. Yeah, see where, just watch where I point my finger on. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that the red, yeah, it glowed. It glowed up the other time. So I'm going to remove it. Yeah. All right. So that's it, guys, because of the roller. Yeah, this small cap, as little as it is, you see, it grounded the PC. It grounded it. No sign of logging, nothing. Yeah, as little as it is, it can. And if a person could not solve it, that will be the end of the motherboard. That will be the end. Nothing, because without removing that problem, nothing. And so this means getting that same capacitor from another motherboard because I want to replace it. As it is there, it is not there as just it's not there for nothing. It's doing its job, so it has to be replaced. Although if I don't replace it, it's going to work. Yeah, the PC is going to work, but it's good for it to be replaced. All right, it has been replaced. So this is me checking readings and to make sure that yes, everything is perfect, that the shot is gone, and apparently the shot is gone. It is gone. Yeah. So this is me checking the in. Yeah, it is gone as well. So problem solved. So the part I've opened up, I need to close it up. Yeah. Yeah. Close it up. I'm going to return the heatsink and, put the other bottle we test. Note that I've cut many parts of the clip, because if I'm going to put everything, this thing took more than an hour. So imagine watching over an hour clip, maybe going to like 2 hours or thereabouts. So the part that I joined, those parts that I separated, has been cut out. Yeah, no doubt all the things that are removed, it has been returned. Yeah. So it's going to work. Yeah, it's going to work. It's going to work because the cause of the problem has been fixed. And we have a light. You see, yeah, that bottom part there. So the PC is working. So problem solved. Yeah. So easy peasy. Yeah. This took a lot of time. So it requires patience. It requires you knowing what you are doing. Yeah. So with that, the job will be easy peasy. Yeah. So that is it. Problem solved.